Okay. All right. So same thing. We're in hypothetical world, Lonzo. You're going into a rap battle, and you can only pick one person to take with you into this battle. One West Coast MC at the height of their career. Who are you taking with you into battle, rap battle?
I get a multiple choice or just grab one.
Shit, you get. Well, you have to pick one. You have to pick one.
I'm gonna take DJ Quik. I'm gonna take DJ Quik because he gonna clown you and make you dance at the same time. He gonna clown you and we gonna party up out there, son, bitch. Our chance of getting shot may be slim and none. Cube gonna make you want to whoop his ass. Tupac gonna make you want to kill him. Okay, Quik is gonna say something funny, go ooh, and we gonna party right out there, son of a bitch. Okay, that would be the difference.
I like that.
With Quik,
All
this 8 and said you left out the G because the G8.
Woo, that bar was ridiculous. I was like, damn, probably the coldest, one of the coldest diss bars.
You can't say nothing. You can't say nothing. And the song was banging. The song was banging. Cube song, No Vaseline was banging too. But the difference is the beat that DJ Quik used was an original beat. You see what I'm saying? He created that from scratch, wrote the lyrics, came up with the lines, the whole 9 yards. Whereas Cube used a sample, which again is not bad, but I gotta give Quik a A+ for creativity. Cube still get an A, but Quik will get an A+.
Yep. So let's keep it West Coast. Earlier, you mentioned Bill Walker from Thump Records. Explain to anyone who doesn't understand Thump Records and their come up, and what can you tell us about Bill Walker and Thump Records?
Bill Walker is a buddy of mine. I met back when I was selling bootlegs. He had a swap meet. He had a spot at the Paramount swap meet. He still keeps a spot at the Pomona Fair. You might see him at the Pomona Fair. You might see him at the Orange County Fair. He specializes in hip hop and oldies. Bill Walker's a white dude, but he has a predominantly Latino crowd. For decades, he was the king of CDs and cassettes for compilation albums for lowriders. He specialized in that old school, hardcore 40s bomb lowrider culture. The Cholo, he was a Cholo man, okay? He had all the Cholo hits. You know, the bandanas down to the eyes and shit, the whole 9 yards. He was that dude. And then he got into hip hop. And he and I made a lot of money together. I remember when Bill Walker, man, when I first started dealing with Bill Walker, his checks they came like the rain in the wintertime. And like everybody else, he hit a bad spot. And it's not what it used to be. And I got to call Bill's ass. He probably owed me some money. I got to call his ass. Okay, he used to send you checks automatically. You got to call him now to get your goddamn money. Anyway, I'm gonna call his ass. But he had a real strong thing. The lowrider community had lowrider. He did lowrider shows. He did them all over. He was part of the lowrider magazine clique. Lopez. I forgot his first name. Lopez. He did all the lowrider shows all over the country, man. And Bill was a part of that situation with the lowrider music, and we did a lot of shows for him back in the day. And it was a good relationship. We're still buddies today. I haven't talked to him in a while, but we're still buddies today.
Okay. We've talked about this before, Lonzo. Why do you think the Hispanic community is so dedicated, so just supporting of hip hop, oldies, things like that? What do you think it is?
I think that's because they have a much more appreciation for authenticity.
Authenticity.
Authenticity. Thank you. Authenticity. They have a culture, and once they accept you to their culture, you're locked in. You ain't going nowhere, and it gets passed down from generation to generation, man. And that's something that I have to respect. When you see a lot of, I used to do a lot of Latino shows. as a DJ, and you see the whole family. The khakis, the croaker sacks, the white t-shirts, freshly clean, and that was the style of that group, and it became a part of the culture. And the lowriders became a part of the culture, the music, and the music that moms and pops listened to in the 50s and 40s and 50s. That Zoot, the Zoot style. Have you ever know the story about that shit, man?
Yes, I have, and please tell us. I'm actually posting a video on the Zoot riots in about a week or so. But tell us about that.
That was a big deal back in the day, man. They all back in the day, the certain group of cholos. I remember the cholos, what Zoot suiters, or what I don't know exactly. Huh?
Pachucos, technically.
Pachucos. Thank you. They wore Zoot suits. They had a whole different style, and they wore the Zoot suits. They were real long coats. They had the chains. They had the hats, and the women had the styles. And I think it was the MPs or somebody, some local cats, some white cats, got to fucking with them one day, and they messed around and killed somebody, man. And that whole vibe just no, they didn't mess with nobody. They drove their cars. They had their own lifestyle they were into, and like so much other shit, they wasn't fucking with nobody. I think they went to Long Beach or someplace, and a fight broke out. Somebody got killed, and a Zoot riot broke out, and it was a massacre. I understand, man.
It sure was. So yeah, it happened in the Downey area. Actually, it was the Downey boys were involved, and there was this creek there in that general area, like the Downey Southgate kind of border. There was apparently a creek where a lot of Hispanic dudes went to, or Hispanic people went to, go to the beach because they weren't allowed at the beaches at that time. So like you said, a fight broke out, and then that led to what is famously known as the Zoot riots. And if anyone has never seen the movie American Me, they do a great depiction of the Zoot riots. Literally at the beginning of the movie, the first 5 minutes or so is based on the Zoot riots. Really interesting story, man. I'm glad you brought that up. But yeah, okay, all right. Yeah, getting a little history lesson, ladies and gentlemen. You know what? Actually, I didn't remind everybody at the halfway point to hit that like button if you haven't already. And if this is your first time joining the channel, you like what you hear, you want some real West Coast hip hop history, you are tuned into the right place. N.W.A. stories with Lonzo. That is Alonzo Williams, the godfather of West Coast hip hop. I am Dusty Vision. We want to welcome you to the show. And please, like we said, hit that like button. And if you're feeling a little generous, we got a little $ right there. Throw a few bucks to the show. We'd really appreciate it. Hey, Lonzo, were there any female rappers or female rap groups you remember in LA